Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
Thank you, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am Jason Hardin, your host, and I'm excited to be here as always because I love helping folks. And one thing I love more than helping folks, I love helping folks when it's effortless to me. You know, like literally, I don't have to do anything but tell y'all my experiences, what I've been through, and that's the power of my story, and that's the power of your story. You know, so that's what I want to encourage in everybody else, man, to pursue, create and then pursue and then achieve their own definition of success, because everybody's story is unique. There is no one way to get it, and I just want to help everybody get there, whichever way they're meant or destined to get there. Anyway, that being said, man, today's episode is about reading. Reading. Some people they trip off the topics because I get so remedial sometimes. But like I said, man, when it's come to personal development, we all got to get down to the basics. You know, we all have to get down to basically the core of ourselves. That's what personal development starts. It starts within ourselves. So we got to start with the basics. And one of the basics is reading. Reading is fundamental, y'all. Reading is fundamental. And why do we read? Let's start with why. Why is because, first of all, words control our lives. Now, you guys don't understand. The words control our lives. Let me tell you. Let me use an example. Laws, city ordinances, the Constitution, contracts. Now, all these things are stuff like we can't just omit, and we can't just, we don't like to read, we don't care about, forget that, we don't got to live by that. No, you don't have to read by any of the laws to have to live by them. You don't have to read the Constitution to have to live by them. You don't have to read a contract to be held to it. That's the whole point of reading. We read out of necessity sometimes. We have to read to save money, to save ourselves, to save our lives from being taken. You know what I'm saying? If there's certain things we don't read, then we might go to jail. You know what I'm saying? If there's certain laws we don't abide by, they're not going to ask, did you read the law? You know, if you break a law, they don't ask if you read it or not. You probably wasn't even trying to break it. And it gets real tricky when you're in the business. It's easy when you're in the streets and that thug stuff. You know what's right and wrong, but in business, it's not so clear cut. You know, there's certain things that you might have to have a permit for and you don't know. Why? Because you didn't read it. You might have some zoning needs for certain. Why? Because, like I said, there's so many things that get caught up in words that if we don't read, we start losing. You know what I'm saying? We do ourselves a disservice to not read. We are not capable of running a successful business without knowing how to read. You know what I'm saying? That's why reading is one of the basics of education, because it's a building block. So just because we're trying to get successful, just because we're not going the academic route to get money, doesn't mean we have to omit the ability and the practice of reading. Matter of fact, you might have to read more. Because when you're self-educating and when you're teaching yourself something, you might have to get more knowledge. You might have to go deeper into something to teach it to yourself, because you don't have a bunch of labs and a bunch of teachers teaching it to you. You don't have a bunch of experiences to draw from, except for the experiences that somebody writes in a book. So reading is very important. So that's why we read. That's why it's necessary, and not just something we should do because it's good for our brains. It stimulates us. It inspires us. It's necessary. So don't ever think reading is an option or something that we can omit. It's a gift that we should be able to take full advantage of. So if you can read, man, please do. Make it a part of your daily routine to read. Now that you guys know why it's so important, what should you read? What should you read? Now, first, I would tell anybody, like I said, since reading, since all our lives are so controlled by words, those are the first words I would read. I would read the Constitution. I would read the dictionary. I would read whatever city charter that you live in, whatever city you live in, read that city charter. You know what I'm saying? So these are stuff, if you're just looking for something to read, this is great stuff, because if you read this stuff, you'll become more valuable. There's things that you can do that can't. All a lawyer is somebody who read the law. You read the law, you can be more intelligent than a lawyer or two out there. Definitely you'll be more wiser in defending yourself from situation or keeping yourself safe from litigations. You know what I'm saying? So read stuff that's going to help you. Second of all, read something that's aligned with your definition of success. If you're trying to be a ball player, man, read some bios of some of these athletes that made it. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to be a doctor, read some of these medical books now. I don't care if you're in elementary school, if you're in junior high, man, you can read the last book now. You know what I'm saying? You could read college books now. Whatever it is you want to learn or be in life, you can read those books now. There's no law that says, oh, you're 10 years old, you can't read that book, that's for college kids. No, if you're interested in that subject, you can go buy that book just like the college kid from that same bookstore. And you can read it and get that game. And that's for anybody at any age in any subject. So please make it part of your routine. And you'll be surprised how much you can gain from it. You'll be surprised how further you'll go in your business and in life. Anyway, that's my time, y'all. Until next time, pick up a book. Love y'all. Life of a Boss.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And to never forget that success is a lifestyle.